Hello, everyone. This is Romulus with Backpack Trader. Tomorrow is April Fool's Day. Let's see if the stock market has a couple of tricks up its sleeve. Second down day in a row for the stock market overall after coming alive quite well a couple of weeks ago, right around here at early March, middle of March. People were getting extremely bearish around the world, not just because of the unfortunate war going on between Russia and Ukraine. A lot of other situations have developed recently that are bringing out, well, the less sunny side of people's economic, financial, and trading lives, shall we say. One example, price of oil. Ooh, it's gushing. Yes, pulling back from those highs from earlier in the month. Thank goodness for that, because the pump prices at all-time records around America, probably where you live as well, not so easy to deal with on a daily basis. Oil prices are pulling back, however. Does look like there's a growing probability to come to this purple line once again, where it hit, as you can see right there in the middle of March, and maybe going even a little bit lower. Let me draw another one of my purple lines, right about 85 or so, $86 a barrel at some point in the next couple of weeks. That would also put downward pressure on this particular basket of stocks. You could see the price has been going higher a little bit here. Indicators are softening up a little bit. That does show a slowing momentum. This is all short-term in nature. I've been working on a theory recently that suggests we are in the early stages still of a commodity supercycle. Supercycles last quite a long time. We're talking secular, not cyclical bull markets. Hey, that's some pretty interesting stuff right there. If you'd like more information about what I'm referring to when I'm talking about a secular bull market, a bull market in commodities which could be developing into a super cycle, no problem. There's an opportunity right here, right now. Click that link below. Next week, Tuesday and Thursday, April 4th and 6th, Troy and I, TJ and I from Backpack Trader, we are hosting a free webinar. We're going to be explaining one of our premier trading packages. We call it ACTA. And also in there, you can ask a question about the commodity super cycle. Would be glad to help you out. And as a little side note on that, the webinar coming up next week, that's for people new to Club Romulus, to Backpack Trader. I've got a lot of Centurions all around the world. Guess what? You guys already know this stuff. Again, it's looking to bring new Centurions into our legion, because we know after the losses a lot of people have suffered over the last 3 to 6 months, a lot of people need more help with their trading and their investing. We all take losses from time to time, but to get hit and whacked and creamed and crushed the way the stories that I've been hearing from a lot of people around the world, that's not necessary at all. Come on in, become a Centurion, join Backpack Trader and the Romulus Legion. We'd love to have you. Again, click that link below right there. Check it out. Free webinar next Tuesday and Thursday, April 4th and 6th. It'll be fantastic and a lot of fun. And you can shoot a couple of questions to your old buddy Romulus. I'd love to hear them. Okay, and as I was saying, stock market down for a couple of days in a row. Doesn't look like the selling has a lot of ferocity to it with intent to do real harm and damage to the markets from the large big money players. Of course, tomorrow is April 1st, April Fool's Day. Let me show you something. This is incredible. You're really going to love this piece of information. Here there is a little table of average monthly stock market returns from 1980 until 2019. The data does hold up fairly well and fairly consistent for the last couple of years also, 2020 and 21. January, pretty good month, up just shy of 1%. Worst month of the year, September, dropping almost 1%. August, also a down month. Those are your two worst months. A lot of people believe if I ask them off the cuff without seeing this data, they would say November, December are the strongest 2 months. But look, November's good, 1.48, almost 1.5%. You know what's a little better? Not by much, but a little bit. April, everybody. April is the strongest of the 12 months, and that starts tomorrow. And guess what? Your old buddy Romulus is not fooling you on this one. It's right there in front of you. April is the strongest of the 12 months. Could we see a pleasant surprise to the upside in the stock market for the month of April? The odds are tilted that way. Not tremendously, mind you. And that's part of the problem with the stock market across the board. There are chinks in the armor. There are cracks in the wall. There are holes in the boat. Yeah, I'm done with those metaphors. You get the idea. There's problems out there in stock market world. And again, as mentioned from earlier today, we're not only talking about the war. There's inflation. Look at interest rates. Yes, they're down a little bit for the last couple of days, but look how much they're higher over the last several months. The Federal Reserve started raising interest rates 2 weeks ago. Next meeting is coming up in early May. They will raise interest rates again. The question in the big money professional landscape is, do they raise it by 25 basis points or 50? Your old buddy Romulus has rolled the bones, and he sees 50 basis points. That's right, a 50 basis point hike coming up in the first week of May. Will that ruin your spring fling, your summer action at the beach? No, it won't ruin it, but it will have a little bit of an impact. All right, what's coming up then across the stock market world in the very near term? Earnings. First quarter earnings will start to come out in a couple of weeks. The banks are usually the first companies to come out. JP Morgan, it's still a couple of weeks away. That's about 2 weeks from today. As a matter of fact, there is some time. Earnings will be good. They will be very good. Doesn't mean the stock market will go up because of those earnings, but they will be very good. The impacts from the war, from this very high oil price and other inflationary pressures are not yet really disseminating throughout the American economy. And I'm talking about American-based companies, by the way. So generally speaking, earnings will be strong for the first quarter as these companies report them throughout the month of April. Let me repeat, it doesn't mean the stock market is going to go higher or your individual stock that you own is going to go higher just because the earnings came out and they were good. Remember, it's not about what they report. It's about how much they beat the earnings by and how much they raise the estimates from the analysts that they're seeing around the street. So it's called a beat and raise. That's what you want to see. There should be some pretty decent ones out there. Now, over the last couple of weeks, I've been telling you that I bought this company, Costco. Okay. I bought the stock right down here at 552. Here it is at 586, just under 586. I'm selling half of my position. Why am I doing that? Romulus, what are you doing selling half the stock? It's breaking out. Everything looks good. I mean, that's practically a textbook breakout. Whoa, not so fast. It's missing one key ingredient. And I've been saying this again and again. The volume isn't there. Volume on breakouts is critical, not so much on breakdowns from patterns, but on breakouts. Absolutely important and very, very critical. I don't see it. You don't see it. That's because it's not there. So I'm selling half the position in this one right here, raising my stop to a nice, safe place, guaranteeing a win on the trade no matter what happens to this company over the next several weeks. I believe it could be a rough late spring, summer, early fall for the stock market, everybody. Therefore, your old buddy Romulus has got his armor on, shield in hand, sword at the ready, spear right nearby, and I am girded for battle. Okay, repeat, selling half the Costco position. Talked about that a couple of weeks ago. You can go back and look at the videos here. Another area that I've been mentioning, the transports. I said they could come up through this purple line. They did. Now they're pulling back, retesting that. I don't think that run is over. Again, I do believe that by the end of April, this area back in here from a couple of months ago, early mid-November, could and should be challenged to the upside. It may not have a lot of gas in its tank. Whoa. After that, but some of this is being driven by the reopening trade. Airline companies have rebounded nicely. They're coming up. These trades are looking interesting. There's a lot of high risk in them. But hey, if the reopening situation continues to improve the way it has been the last couple of weeks, stocks like Carnival Cruise Line, American Airlines, Marriott and International, these companies should continue to do well. Again, they're pretty high risk, but if you don't take some risk, you don't make any money, right? Absolutely. Okay. Your old buddy Romulus is thrilled again to have an opportunity to bring you some stock ideas, some trading education. Don't forget, if you want to come to our webinar, and this is not for current Club Romulus members, because again, you know this already. This is for new people. New people want to learn. You can ask your questions if you have them about the commodity supercycle, the difference between stock market bull, let's say, cycles, secular and cyclical moves. We've got answers for all that stuff. And I believe it can be helpful. It's helped me over the past 27 years. And again, this is your old buddy Romulus. I have been doing this for over 27 years, hopefully 27 more. That's all for now. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm heading back to ancient Rome on my time-traveling chariot, and I will see you again early next week.